was working, I was producing a movie, I was doing a bunch of other stuff, and you know, production was going to stop and wait for Larenz Tate. You know what I'm saying? This is the power, you know. This is Courtney A. Kemp and 50 Cent and Omar Hardwick and everybody in power. They was not about to wait for me, which I understood. And the role went away. But once I got done with my project, I reached out and I was telling Omari, I was telling 50, and obviously Courtney, I was like, I would love to come back in. I said, listen, Courtney, my agents and managers at the time said, nobody's on the phone with me. This is me calling you, trying to reach out. I would love to be a part of it in whatever capacity you want. I think I owe that to you. I owe that to all of you all. And you said, okay, well, I got something. I got a character that we're working on that is going soon. I'm thinking maybe in the future. You're like, nah, like super soon. And it's a politician. What do you think about playing a politician? I was like, I would love to. And you said, okay, so I have this really cool character, and you broke it down to me. And you also said, you know, I'm thinking his last name is going to be Tate. And I was like, yo, that's just fire. I'm in. That alone sold me. You know what I'm saying? So once I was able to you know, get that role, I just wanted to come in and land. And I didn't know what I was going to do, how involved I was going to be in it, because you guys were still sort of crafting everything. But it was just like, it was meant for me to do this. The Terry Silver was not meant for me. The universe said, that's not for you. And we did everything to try to play that role. I really wanted to play that role. We tried to, but the universe said, no. You have to play this character. And I appreciate you, because this is something I haven't done before. I'm loving Rashad, everything that, you know, that he's able to do. He's unapologetic. He's, as we all know, he's self-serving on so many different levels. He's far from who I am, but there's a little bit of LT in all the characters I play. There's certainly a little LT in the Rashad, you know, especially when he flips that switch. You know, he bullshitting.
When we see a little O-Dog, just a tiny bit of O-Dog just like sort of pop out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen, O-Dog still lives. Don't get it twisted. Don't let the smooth taste fool y'all. Understand what it is. It still lives there. And so to be able to have the wonderful story and the wonderful actors and the wonderful world to do what we do is so special. And this show has taken the culture and is part of the culture. I mean, power, the universe is real. And the fact that Rashad is still thriving, I didn't think I was going to get past 4 episodes. You told me, I thought I would come in for 1 episode. You was like, no, I got 4. And then I was doing some other things. You called me up again and said, listen, season 5 of Power. Of course, my team, I'm going to keep it real. At the time, the people were like, why are you doing Power? I was like, oh, y'all don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get it. And I'm keeping real with it, because they didn't. I was like, nothing. For those who didn't get it, that was working with me at the time, you know, they weren't the decision makers. At the end of the day, I'm the decision maker of what I do. And so I decided to come rock.
Larenz, wait, Larenz, let me tell you something. Let me just say something for the audience too. So I've had that happen multiple times where I've approached actors to be on the show, and their reps who aren't part of the culture have told them no, not to do Power, but to do something else that is more mainstream, to be sort of like 5 or 6 on the call sheet on like a mainstream show. Now it happens less now, but it definitely, during the run of Power, I would have to approach people and kind of fight with their reps and be like, you don't understand what this is doing in our culture for us, because people kept saying, oh, no, they should be a cop on like this broadcast show. And it's like, no, this is for us. This is for us, by us, as much as it can be, you know?
Absolutely. And that speaks to, you know, where we connected, because I totally understood that. As I say, I overstood it. I overstand the movement and trying to tell our stories. And for me, I felt like, listen, I built my career telling our stories. And I've done a lot of television and projects that seem to be mainstream, or things that, you know, that may have had a bigger light casted upon it. But I felt there was something super special about Power. And I was a fan. I was like, listen, that's cool. We're good. We work together as a team in terms of reps, but I'm not listening to y'all on this one. I'm not going to do that. And I made the decision. Now, they were happy when the checks started coming in. They had no problems with that.
Always. Oh, and by the way, when it's like, oh, and it became a series regular gig. Oh, and now you have all this heat. Of course, it's always like that. But we as people of color always have to prove and show. It's always about show and prove and all that.
And when I called you and I said, listen, I want to do the show. This is me calling you. I said, I'm about that Black excellence for real, on some real shit. And I was like, yo, to have myself and Amari to rock, I see what you and 50 are doing. That's Black excellence. No matter what the world is saying, it's what we know. And I was like, I'm with that. I'm with it. And yes, Black excellence is mainstream. Yes, Black excellence is global. It is what it is. And we're going to be continuously unapologetic about it. And it's okay because our stories are global. Our stories are universal. And because we have, stars or leads that look like you and I, doesn't mean it has to just be for a specific group. We're dealing with human stories. We're dealing with family. We're dealing with brotherhood. You're dealing with, nuclear family, dysfunctional families. This thing is universal, right? And then you have characters who come in from all walks of life. And what you were able to do, as I recognize, to show New York in a way that how it truly is. I mean, if we start looking, into this world, it's like, oh, there's a representation of everybody in here. And at the time, people didn't see that. The mainstream didn't see that. But
can I just say real quick that actually when you say the mainstream didn't see it, I think one thing that people don't understand is how little recognition Omari has gotten. Like, he's gotten so little recognition for what he did in Power. Like, it is crazy to me. Like, I just, if y'all are out there, hit the likes, because this is the reality, is that if Omari was doing this on a show that was considered mainstream, if we had been in the spotlight from the beginning, like, people would have really, it would have been everywhere. And it's just it's heartbreaking to see, for me, how little people have taken that in, or have taken in what 50's done. Because, the Power shows plus BMF, how many people of color he's put on screen, how many people, and then his other shows that aren't on Stars. Like, it's just, we've been trying to do this out here for a minute.
And you have shown how to do it, right? All of you. Omari deserves all the accolades and the flowers in it because he's incredibly talented. He's incredibly gifted. He is a star, and he should be deemed as one and seen as one. But it's okay because we recognize him, and we see him as the top. And so, as with you and 50, with 50 is just, doing an incredible job at all the things that he's doing. And as you point out, creating opportunities in a place where a lot of opportunities don't often happen for people who look like us, and to do it at a high level. Now, keep in mind that when we talk about this is qualified, this is all quality. This is high quality. And you guys didn't early on, the shows didn't get the kind of recognition that it is gotten now. And a large part of that has to do with the fans, the people who support the show. That is what this was about. That's who really helps push this all through, are the fans, the diehard fans and we thank you, because without the support of the audiences who felt like they were being represented, entertained, connected, you doing all of the things that you're doing, like your lives and communicating. People, showrunners and creators don't really do what you're doing. They don't sit up and really try to connect with the audiences. It's because we care.
It's because we care. That is absolutely right. That's why I do this, because it's because I care. All right, I'm going to ask you one last question. Well, actually two, real quick. Okay, so the first one, because it's a behind the scenes thing. Who is your favorite person to work with on Ghost? Now, we know about O, because that's your homie, right? But who's your favorite person to do scenes with on Ghost?
No question, Tate. Tate, my brother.
I walked right into that one, right? I walked right into that one.
I love.
And you can't answer any other way, right?
I can't answer it any other way. And I want to say thank you for writing Lamar onto the show and bringing him in. I mean, what better person to play Kamal than my own brother, who was fantastic. And you didn't even blink when we were trying to figure out who was going to play my brother. And, you know, when I said, oh, but Lamar, you're like, done. It makes all the sense in the world. Totally get it. So, and Lamar loves you. He says, thank you so much. And our families, you have no idea what you've done. Our families from Chicago to LA, just around the country, have been waiting for Lamar and I to do something. We didn't know it was going to be this, and you made that happen. It is a special thing to the Tate family, and to my other side of the family is the West family. It is such a huge thing what you have done, and an impact for all of our family and our friends who've been asking, when are y'all going to do something? Courtney Kemp made that happen. And
I appreciate that, but I have to say, I appreciate that, but I have to say also that Lamar is a great actor on his own. Like, it's not just about putting him in the show. It's also because the thing is, when we brought that in for 614, because that's an important thing. If you guys go back and watch Power 614, you needed somebody with that weight. You know what I mean? You needed that weight to be able to be there. You needed so. All right, wait, and then one last question, because I do have to get back to all of these questions. You know, I have so many, but one last question for you, which is, what has been your favorite scene to play this season?
My favorite scene to play? Oh, wow. I got a few of them. Oh my gosh. I like the scene between myself.
And we will be together quite soon, my friend.
Yes, we will. I love you dearly. Y'all.
I love you too.
All right.
Hi to the wife and kids.
Thank you. I will. I'll let them know. God bless.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Okay, that was fun. Sorry about our technical difficulties here. Okay, so one beautiful. Somebody just said Omari deserved an award for his performance. He definitely deserved not just, but he got Image Awards, which was amazing. But I wanted an Emmy for him, honestly. Like, for like the real. Like, I really wanted people to be able to see that performance and get it the shine and the light it deserved. Things have changed, you know. Back when we started, even it wasn't the kind of world that it is now. So yeah, just absolutely shout out to that. One beautiful one says, will we get to see the blackface photo? No, we decided as a writer's room that would not be shown. We decided that actually putting the blackface photo in the series was unnecessary, that we actually didn't need to reify Black trauma by actually putting it in the show. So we did not do that. So there we go. Kiki_Jones00, will Zeke find out the truth about Monet killing Carrie? Well, what do you guys think? Do you think he suspects her already? I feel like we saw that, a little bit of that in episode 9, that he suspects her already, and that him suspecting that might be dangerous. I wanted to know what you guys thought, actually, of the fact that she lied to him when he asked her directly. Do you think it was a good idea to lie to him, or was it a bad idea to lie to him? Okay, let's see. Mr_Gomes, Effie is the woman Tariq needs. Would you agree?